video is a beer review. I purchased these fine beers at Bombers in downtown Wilmington. They sell beers on the tap, but also they have a fine collection of beers along the walls that you can buy and take home. The guys there are not chumps. Anyway, we're doing a beer tasting, and unlike most beer tastings, I have no idea what I'm talking about. I just like the taste of stuff, and I'm going to describe it as best as I can to you. What I have here is Liquid Bliss by Terrapin Brewery. They are in Athens, Georgia. They do a lot of IPAs at their brewery. They kind of are an IPA brewery. And this, being a porter, is one of the only things on the roster that is different. What we have here is a chocolate peanut butter porter. If you're a fan of chocolate stouts, chocolate porters, any of like the chocolatey beers, and you like peanut butter, this is going to be fine. I don't know why you're being so apprehensive. If you like both things, you will probably like this. I'm gonna give this a shot. I put a Reese's cup on as a garnish. So yeah, I've had this plenty of times. It's probably my favorite beer. I could drink this beer forever. It's not overly dramatic, and it isn't like super heavy thick either. I mean, if you wanted to call it a dessert beer, you could. You could have this with cake or pie. It's a really good taste. You could just sit around drinking these and eating chocolate bars, and you wouldn't even be worried about getting fat. And the alcohol percentage is only 6.1. I say only 6.1 because let's just assume that anything under 5 is for a wuss. It's really good. It's chocolate and peanut butter. Got a turtle on here. He's wearing purple. Rip in peace, Donnie. Alright, here we have, this is the Oblivion from Wicked Weed Brewing from Asheville, North Carolina. They had it at Bombers, so I didn't have to go that far. They describe it as a sour red ale aged in wine barrels. We are wine barrels with blackberries and dates. Sours are a particular style of beer that I like. I learned actually from someone from Terrapin that you can't just make sours because it's an infection. It's a bacterial infection. If you have sours in too close proximity to the rest of your beer, it can screw them all up. So it's kind of like the my music of beer. I think there's different names for beer glasses. I don't know if they are. So like a lot of sours, it has that taste that I described in one of my other videos. It's sour, it's not bitter. IPAs are bitter, this is sour. There's a distinct difference in the taste. And this one is it's like other sours. I do feel like the wine taste is evident. What other sours, like Duchess, a lot of times have is there's sort of like a pop to them. Kind of a puckery taste that's almost similar to vinegar. This, to use wine descriptors, is drier, like a wine. It is probably more drinkable to people that don't like a sour. If you prefer like the taste of a red wine with a little bit more sweetness to it, this might be something for you to try. But overall, I like it. I do think it's very good. The alcohol by volume is 8.7, so we're going up. We're moving on up. This guy is the New Belgium La Folie. This is the 2015 version. They've done it before. New Belgium you might know as the brewery that does Fat Tire. La Folie here is part of their Lips of Faith series. They do a collaboration on these Lips of Faith beers, but I can't seem to find out who they collaborated with. If you can find that out, send me the info at the D&D Sluggers Tumblr or Facebook and let me know. I'm very confused by the internet. So let's have a taste here. Okay, so right off the bat, I did not talk about the smell of the other beers because the smells just made sense for what they were. A chocolate and peanut butter porter, that's a scent that I was accustomed to. The other being a sour, it came up at me the way I thought it would. This particular beer, it smells like the crust of bread. And I don't know if that's a weird thing, but for a sour it seems a little unexpected. So I know, let's just taste it now. I would say it's slightly similar to the Wicked Weed, a little bit like the Oblivion. It doesn't have the pop or the vinegary kind of hit. The sour taste is more subdued. It isn't in your face. Hey, I'm gonna get you! Once again, if you want to work your way into sours, this wouldn't be a bad place to start. Here, the alcohol by volume. On the bottle it says 7%. On the internet it says 6. So either way, we've come back down. We're not ascending like we did with the Wicked Weed, but it's still not for weenies. All in all, it's very tasty, and I like it. New Belgium's got a pretty good sour on their hands. All right, so that's maybe the first one of these little beer tastings I'm doing, and it's a review of all these beers. So if you like that, let me know at the D&D Sluggers Facebook or at the website ddsluggers.com. If you want to get any of these beers and you live in Wilmington, North Carolina, they're available at Bombers, except for probably this one, because this is special. My favorite of these is the Terrapin. You guys enjoy your weekend and have a beer. What is that? What is that Irish people say? G'day.